Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Benvarmeren and today I will educate you on how to play around with 2 AD carries in your team in a competitive League of Legends environment. In this video we'll cover these subjects. Where should the second AD carry be placed, which marksman can work in a double AD carry composition, and which team compositions can be built with dual AD carries, and what are the pros and cons of building a team consisting of 2 marksmen. Throughout the ages of League of Legends, we've seen a lot of experimenting with marksmen in multiple lanes. We've seen Vayne in the top side, Varus in the mid lane and Graves in the jungle. But there's been varying results, and it's been mid and jungle that have been the most successful. But why is that? Well, starting out in the mid lane, it is crucial for AD carry to be able to stay safe. The 2 marksmen that have seen the most success in the mid lane are Corki and Varus. This is because of their ability to hold their own. Varus has the piercing arrow and the hail of arrows to control the lane, while Corki, who also has the phosphorus bomb to work with, packs a bit of mobility too. Lucian has also started to see a bit more play in the mid lane because of his ability to bully anyone he lanes against. In the top side we have also seen some AD carries being played. The most memorable top laner that has played AD carries up in the northern part of the Summoner's Rift has been Huni. While it has had varying results, it's been an interesting thing to analyze. Huni played a lot of Lucian up there to try and bully his opponents, and sometimes it worked out and other times it didn't. To understand why you would want to place an AD carry in the jungle, you can check out my video on this topic, as I will not be covering this subject in this video. Overall, you'd like to either place your second AD carry in the mid/jungle. It can also be played in top lane, but it's not very advisable. As I've already covered, you are able to place your extra AD carry in multiple lanes, and we did also briefly touch on why some AD carries they work. Now, we'll look towards the bigger picture, the team compositions. To see which compositions can be built with an AD carry in the jungle, I would once again recommend you on checking out my video on how to play with an AD carry in the jungle, as this is not something we'll talk about in this video. And that now leaves us with only one lane to focus on, the mid lane. In this section we'll therefore focus on having an extra AD carry in the mid lane. Overall, the trend of drafting an extra marksman comes from the need of either a bully, a wave clear/poker, or a mobility ganker. I didn't mention a team fighter, as every AD carry naturally is a team fighter. The reason to why you'd focus in on these 3 characteristics differs from composition to composition. If you need a bully, then you want to shut down a certain enemy champion. This could be the likes of a Galio in the mid lane that you want to have minimal impact on the game. Therefore, you could pick a Lucian into the Galio to bully him in lane, force him into an awkward position, and try to keep him down. Lucian very obviously is your go-to pick when you want to look for pick potential. With the huge amount of pressure that he can build in the mid lane, he can help his team create opportunities to gain vision on the map. His enormous quantity of single target damage definitely also helps his team when finding someone out of position. If you're looking for extra wave clear and poke, then you're looking to siege. Here, picking Varus is natural, as he brings both to the table while also packing some crowd control from his ultimate, the Chain of Corruption. Varus does not bring a lot of pressure in the mid though, and your team has to be ready to play around this. If poke is your preferred playstyle, then you'd want to look to the Arrow of Retribution, as Varus is a natural sharpshooter. Because of him having the piercing arrow in his arsenal, he can poke quite a lot. This ability brings both poke and wave clear, which is exactly what you need to siege up. If you're looking for mobility, then you can find that in Corki. While Corki is the better of the 3 mentioned in terms of team fighting abilities, he's not really a lane bully. Corki has a lot of bad matchups, but his ability to get out of lane and influence the other lanes makes him favored by many. The cherry on top is Corki's ability to teamfight. Corki has a beautiful power spike that peaks multiple times throughout the game because of him packing both magic and attack damage. And it all starts once you get your Trinity Force around 12 or 30 minutes into a game. So with Corki you can build a teamfight composition fairly easily. Right here I've mentioned 3 different compositions, the pick, poke and teamfight composition, that can be more or less built with these 3 mentioned AD carries. But obviously, this is only guidelines, and it's up to you to try and experiment with which marksman that fits your team. Just keep what we've discussed in this section in mind. As to any composition, there will always be some pros and cons. The pros of drafting 2 marksmen are another win condition in another carry, a stronger late game because of 2 marksmen. If early to mid game goes right, it can snowball like crazy, and it focuses in on one way of playing the game, and that makes for a more straightforward playstyle. The cons are then that this team composition is far more likely to collapse if something goes wrong. You cannot give up too many objectives, you focus in on a lot of attack damage, and therefore either the lane without a marksman or the jungle has to pick an ability power carry, and building a team around an AD carry can hurt a team more than necessary. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and find me on Twitter. Have an idea about a video I should make? Leave a comment below, and I would like to thank you very much for watching, and I do hope I'll see you next time.